welcome to Living Epistles, and we are so happy to be here today to share with you part 2 of our last episode, which is we're talking about bypass surgery. Now, if you weren't familiar, we definitely want you to go to YouTube or go to Ustream and catch the last episode. But today, we're going to be talking about health, wellness, and fitness. And today I have a very special guest, Whamae Boayue, who is my personal trainer. So what we're going to do now is bring her up. But before I do, we want to send a special shout out to our host and founder of Living Epistles, who's not here with us today, Pastor Sean Henry Scott, also known as Gospel Guru. So without further ado, I want to bring to you my wellness guru, Miss Whamae Boayue. Come on up, Whamae.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hey everybody.
Say hello to the world.
Hey world.
Okay. Now, Whamae. Now, we all know that I am not an easy client to train.
Right.
What would you want to tell people when they hear the word personal trainer? What does it mean to be a personal trainer?
A personal trainer. A personal trainer is a certified fitness instructor that is equipped to take a person who's sedentary, a person who basically is not athletic. We can work with athletes as well, but somebody who doesn't know what to do in the gym, in a home workout setting, and give them the tools and the training to become fit and equipped. So there's so many different dynamics to training itself. There are personal trainers, there are fitness trainers, athletic trainers, group fitness instructors, which I am a certified group fitness instructor with AFA, and you also have nutritionists. So the whole world of training consists of many professionals that help you in different areas of your wellness journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I am just so excited. Okay, now let's get down to the skinny. We all know I had bypass surgery.
Yes.
And with the bypass surgery, we know that you have to exercise. That's a very key component to you actually losing the weight. A lot of people think you just have the bypass surgery and the weight falls off. But contrary to that myth, you actually have to put in work.
Yes.
You actually have to eat correctly. You have to exercise.
Yes.
So today, we're just going to show the viewers kind of some mock exercises that they can maybe do at home.
Absolutely.
And some of the things that we do when we work out together.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, absolutely.
So,
yeah.
I'm going to turn it over to you now.
Wonderful. So what I did was I just bought something I thought would be simple for viewers out there. Over your toes, but just as if you were sitting in a chair, you're going to sit all the way down and press it back up into a standing position. Okay, so what we're going to do today, should I give you the weights? Why don't I give you the weights?
Sure.
You need a workout. Here you go. Okay, so you're going to hold those 10-pound weights, and what we're going to do is go down, slide down the leg into a deadlift, pull it back up, pull those shoulders back, okay, tighten up your core, and then squat back down, squeeze it back up, bring the weights back to the front, let it slide down the leg, and pull back up. Now, if you focus on tightening up your abdominals and pulling your shoulders back, that's how you're engaging your core and balancing out your posture. So we're going to pick up the tempo just a little bit. Let's go. Yep, there you go. And back up. So here we go. We're going to count it off for 5. 1, pull it up, squat back, and up. That's 1. Here's 2. Pull it up, squat back, and up. 3, pull it up, squat back, and up. 4, pull it up. If you get in 3 to 4 sets, meaning components of the reps that you do, so the reps would be how many times you actually do this, and this would count as 1 rep, and you do sets of 3 to 4 of 20 reps, you're going to get a good burn, you're going to engage your core, and you're going to get some transformation happening. So the other exercise we're going to do is something I think you guys would love, which is going to continue to engage your core, but it's going to also work that upper body. A lot of ladies don't like to work that upper body. I've been trying to make that my main focus lately, and I'm getting great results in terms of correcting my posture and helping my abdominal strength even. So you've got the weights right here. What we're going to do is curl, okay? And after you curl, open and twist straight up, okay? Pull back down into a curl. And if you squeeze, okay, and let me tell you something about breathing too. So you want to inhale on the curl and exhale on the press up. Pull back down. Inhale on the curl and exhale on the press up. Okay, let me give you the weights to do these reps.
Ah, okay.
Put
me on the spot today.
Yes. Okay, so curl and twist it back up. There you go. Good. So while Trinity's doing that, what I'm going to do as her trainer is just kind of correct her form. I would tell her things like, okay, continue to engage your abdominals. Tighten up your abdominals. Breathe. Exhale. Inhale when you're down. Yeah. I think it's 1 Timothy 2:8. It says that exercise is limited, but godliness is profitable in all things. So that little bit of time that you take to take care of your temple, it goes a long way. One thing I've learned is that you can't make it your whole life, but that time that you add to taking care of your temple, it pleases God, and it certainly makes your life so much richer and better in a lot of different ways.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things I really wanted you to share. The difference that you are compared to any other trainer that I've found out there on the market was that you always apply the Word of God when we're training. So actually, you know, it's very biblical that we exercise and we take care of our body and we eat a certain way. I think there was a scripture you used to always tell me about how God talks about proteins and carbs with the manna and the... So do you want to explain that? Because I always thought that was so neat.
Well, I thought it was fascinating that when the Lord brought the Israelites out of bondage and He gave them the manna to eat, and then He gave them the quail. And I just found that amazing in my nutritionist mind that they ate manna in the morning, and that manna, I'm like, that's a carbohydrate, and you need your carbohydrates for protein. I'm sorry, for fuel. And then the evening time, they were eating quail, and that quail was so that that protein would be replaced, which repairs the muscle. And I'm like, you know, unless you study that or kind of look into it, you would never know that. But me being into nutrition and being into wellness, I just thought that was just awesome. And I see so much in the Bible about how God has provided for us to eat the land, eating off of the land, eating naturally, and just finding an all-around balance. You don't want to be obsessed with anything, but you want to be balanced with how you eat, how you take care of yourself, how much rest you get too. So
I'm bad for that.
Yeah, I know, me too. I'm still working on it. We're both working on it.
Absolutely. So, and that goes into my next portion. I mean, we only have a half an hour show, and I wish I could show you more. And,
right.
And maybe one day we'll actually record a workout so you can kind of, you know, see how everything goes down. But I want to talk a little bit about eating, because eating is another aspect of what you need to do, especially after having bypass surgery. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not just for people who have bypass. This is just for people who definitely want to make a life change. So these are things that you can do, and these are things you can apply to your daily life that can end up with some results. By the way, if you don't have weights, one of the most simplest things that I've found to use is like cans. Like
absolutely.
Your canned foods.
Yeah.
Like, let those start out. Let that be your weight.
I remember a time when you couldn't train with me for a season, and you started using those cans when you know.
Absolutely. I was doing my curls and pull up with cans. So definitely, you do have things in your home. Definitely be with it. You know, you can find things. You don't have to go out and purchase thousands of dollars worth of equipment. I mean, walking outside is free. Absolutely. So definitely use your resources, people. There's no excuse not to be healthy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as far as eating, how should a person change their diet?
Oh goodness, this is a good area. This is my area of specialty. Though I am a trainer, my primary focus is as a dietitian. I'm currently in school at Columbus State to become a dietetic technician and eventually a registered dietitian. So this is the primary area of my study and the principal area. And I think that the first thing is to realize that you don't know everything. The second thing is to realize that it is a journey.
Absolutely.
And then the last thing is to apply one thing at a time. Like, take your time with what you apply. Take your time with replacing, maybe you drink too much soda, replacing that with water and 100% juice. If you eat fried chicken, let's find recipes that you can bake chicken breast with. And they even have the breading that you can use that's like whole grain breading.
Yeah.
So there's so many wonderful ways to go from, you know, what would be detrimental to your health in the long run or cause obesity in your life. Even things like ice cream, finding, you know.
Carb smart. I love that.
There
I
you
eat
go.
a spoonful of that every time I get a craving.
Right.
Very,
Right.
4 grams of sugar, very good.
Yes.
Now my thing is there's so many programs out there. I mean, you got your Jenny Craig, your Nutrisystem,
Yeah.
all these different things. How does one person decide what will work best to me, for me?
Yes.
You know, how would you suggest that they go about that? Should they sit down and talk to a dietitian or talk to a physician?
I would definitely encourage you to speak to a nutritionalist or a dietitian because that's what they specialize in. They can either create a meal plan for you that might incorporate one of those programs that Trinity mentioned, or you can go to choose my plate.org, I believe that's what it's called. It's a government-funded website that helps you to do your own meal planning.
And that was choosemyplate.org.
Yes,
Definitely check that out.
Choosemyplate.org. So there are a plethora of information that's out there to get you started. The thing is just to be encouraged, take one step at a time. Like, don't jump in the river without putting your floaties on. You know, if you don't know how to swim, and your floaties are going to be your nutritionist, your dietitian, the websites, Google some of the things that you're trying to research it, and then be patient with yourself every step of the way. I am one who's all about balance because I used to be the obsessive, I got to eat this way, I can't do, I can't, and the Lord took me through that, and He really has set me free to just find a balance. Make sure you're exercising daily and finding that balance in what's right for you to eat, and the rest is great.
Now, speaking of what's right to eat, here's my thing. Can you explain to our viewers, what's the difference between eating organically and eating healthy? Because I know when I first started, I was organic everything, but I've eventually come to find out that you don't necessarily have to eat organics to eat healthy. Can you explain that to our viewers?
Absolutely. The term organic has been coined as, this is the better way to eat. Technically, in the world of nutrition, we understand that organic foods are just foods that have a higher percentage of hydrogen in them. Organic meaning that they're tilled off the land and just brought right into more natural processing. The key is just to find natural foods. If you eat meat, if you're a vegetarian, look into what is the more natural way to eat. Like with chicken, try to find chickens that are farm raised. They're treated better. So those are things, even if you look back, since we're talking about biblically, I always throw that in there. The Israelites back in the day, and even our ancestors, everything that they did was off of the land. So when you're looking for things that are natural, you're looking for things that have been barely processed with chemicals.
So the rawer the better.
The rawer the better, yeah.
I know with me, a lot of a trick to even how my digestive system works now. the raw the better.
Yeah.
So instead of me having canned spinach, I eat fresh spinach.
Exactly.
And that digests a lot better.
Yeah.
And just different things like that. Carrots are awesome snack. Carrots,
Absolutely.
different things
Yes.
like that. Just the raw
Yes.
the better. The better
Yes.
for you.
The better for you, and that's it. Like carrots, spinach. Instead of doing canned foods, just go right to the produce. Well, people say, well, it's so expensive. That's another thing, right? People, just wonder if this is too expensive. How can I eat this way? So on and so forth. But if you watch how you spend when you get the more processed foods versus naturally, you'll find that actually you can spend a lot more trying to consume a lot more than spending less on the more natural foods. I won't say
Absolutely.
organic. Yeah.
Yes, because even with
Portion control.
Absolutely, your portion control is definitely going to be important.
Yeah.
But another thing I find when shopping is go down that freezer aisle.
Yes.
Frozen foods are awesome source of
Absolutely.
getting things that are closer to being organic,
Yes.
as they say. So I
Yes.
definitely, go with your frozen broccoli, your
Yes.
frozen spinaches, your frozen carrots. Even with your frozen fruits, a lot of times we purchase fruits which are very healthy for us, but they go bad.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
awesome resources to go down that freezer aisle and make sure you're purchasing some of those frozen
Absolutely.
fruits. And you make
I think she's the trainer. She's the nutritionist.
I
I'm
know.
learning from you. I'm like, yeah.
Good teacher. Absolutely. You make the most awesomest smoothies, and I know that's not a word, but it's my show today.
Right.
Pastor Scott isn't here, so awesomest smoothies. So before we leave you, I'm going to let Whamae give you a recipe to one of my favorite smoothies. And we're not necessarily equipped yet to do cooking yet, but trust and believe on a future show we will be doing some healthy cooking right here on Living Epistles. But we're going to go ahead and just give you this recipe, just something that you'll have in your repertoire.
Yeah. So just any particular one?
No,
the mango, which one?
The mango smoothie.
Mango smoothie. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go to the store, get you some frozen mango.
Frozen mango.
Okay, frozen mango. And you're going to use 1 cup of frozen mango. This is going to be a serving for 2, okay? In case you got your workout partner or mate or whatever. So you got your frozen mango, 1 cup. You want to have half a cup of unsweetened almond milk.
Now make sure that's unsweetened. You have your
Unsweetened
vanillas and your different flavors, but that's unsweetened.
That's right, because that's going to cut back on your sugar intake because you'll already get the sugar from the mangoes. And then you want to add a couple of strawberries and half a banana. And then go to blending. Just blend that up. And you have to take a spoon maybe in between while it's blending and go in there and kind of stir it up. And keep blending and then put it in a nice cup. Make sure you got a straw because we don't drink smoothies without straws. That's like the rule. Smoothie rule is you want that straw.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or you'll get a smoothie mustache.
Exactly. No
Absolutely.
smoothie mustache. So put the straw in there, get to drinking. That's going to give you good energy. It's summertime.
It's
and
still
so
before or
refreshing.
after a workout, correct?
Absolutely.
I love them after a workout.
I think it's perfect after a workout. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
unfortunately, guys, we are out of time. But before I go, I definitely want to have Ms. Whamae give you your contact information.
Yes.
Can you tell the viewers how to contact you?
Absolutely. You can contact me via email. My email address is Whamae, that's spelled Whamae. My last name, which is Boayue, and that's Boayue @ymail.com. So just contact me via email, and I think some information is going to be up about the Energize series, which is a home training program that I do. I can consult with you on what the best route to take in your wellness journey is, and I'd be happy to be of any support, encouragement to you guys. So just hit me up on email and I'll get in contact with you personally. Make sure you leave your contact information and I'll get in touch with you.
Absolutely. And before we actually leave, we want to send a special shout out to our friends and our family at iResolve Fitness. Mr. LaJuan Coleman, he was awesome in my journey.
Yes.
He actually sponsored a lot of my training. He donated that time to me and that space for us to have training. So we want to send a special shout out to Mr. LaJuan Coleman. And iResolve. So if you can't get Whamae, because I might have her, but if you can't get her, definitely check out iResolveFitness.com and talk to Mr. LaJuan Coleman there. We thank you so much for tuning in, and we are so blessed and happy that you took time to share with us today, that we could share with you. Until next time, God first and God bless.